Okay, everyone, I think I found it, either that or I am extremely lost. I don't know. But, oh, jeez. I'm like in a jungle right now. I have no idea where the hell I am, to be quite honest. I encountered some guy not that long ago, and I asked him. He was walking his dog on the trail we have been walking on, and I said, "Hey, have you encountered the waterfall yet?" And he's like, "I didn't know there was a waterfall." And I said, "Oh boy." And Jesus Christ, where the hell am I? This does not look good, man. Jeez, people, everybody, this doesn't look good, everybody. Yeah, feel like I'm gonna get lost. Hello and good morning, everyone. Today is such a beautiful day. I decided why not drive out to Red Rock Canyon from my house, and it only took 7 minutes. 7 minutes, everybody, to go from my house in Summerlin West to the Welcome to Red Rock Canyon sign here off of Charleston Boulevard. Yeah, this is Charleston. But anyway, today is just a clear, blue sky, beautiful day. The weather is nice right now, even though summer is coming down to an end and we're about to enter fall. But today's hike, it's going to be a really, really nice sight. Wow, there goes like some really cool remote plane. Take a look at this, geez, wow. I see it whizzing by. Yeah, there it is, right there. There's a shooting range to my right. I can hear the gunshots, and also there's an RC plane little landing strip. So if you have like a really high performance RC plane, this is also a really interesting place. But yes, I'm starting the morning off with a hike. There's a waterfall, beautiful scenery. I was not expecting this. So this is a treat. But as mentioned, yes, it was a 7-minute drive from my house over to here. It's beautiful. I usually like to start my morning off doing about 20 miles on my road bike, cycling. So I generally like to ride from the house over to here, but yeah, so anyway, enough of this. I could be watching this RC plane, but I'm going to show you right now the scenery. They're doing road work on Charleston Boulevard. There's my car, as you can see. But this is looking around. Probably may hear gunshots in the background. There's a shooting range. Yes. Red Rock, isn't it beautiful? And we're going on an interesting hike right over here. It's just beautiful, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful. Red Rock. So it's really windy right now. I'm sure the audio isn't the best. But anyway, let's get on to this hike and let's go see a waterfall. Yes, a waterfall. All right. So I have arrived at the South Oak Creek Trailhead. That's right. And take a look at the scenery behind me. It is absolutely stunning. Right here, a Mojave yucca, a Joshua tree, and especially the Spring Mountains out in the distance. They're absolutely beautiful. I wanted to get out here a little earlier, but I waited a little bit just because the lighting, because it's just really nice. And I'm going to go ahead and show you the scenery right now. So this is the scenery before we start the hike. And yes, there's a lot of traffic on this road. But what I find most remarkable is the stripes. But yes, this is probably from my house, I would say 12 minutes. 12 minutes from the house, and you can be in just beautiful backcountry. It's crazy, and this is what I like a lot about Las Vegas. You don't have to go that far to be in beautiful nature. But I just wanted to get a nice shot of this because it really is beautiful. And where we're going, all right, specifically since I have it in zoom, is right here. This is exactly the trail that I'm going to be proceeding on, and there is a waterfall. Yes, a waterfall. All right, so with that, I am going to grab my hat, and we're gonna start on this hike. And yes, the scenery again, just absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. But enough of that. Let's go on this hike. So first I want to go ahead and show you the start of the trailhead. That way, if you're ever out in this part of Red Rock Canyon, you can take advantage of this trail as well, because it's a great trail. It's not that difficult, very, very easy for all ages. So, yeah, I want to show you this. So, this is the very beginning of the South Oak Creek Trailhead. All right, so we are here. We're going all the way up to here. And even though it's still summer, I think the daytime high today is 89, maybe 91, around that. So it's not that bad at all. And what I really like is, again, not to brag, but this isn't 12 minutes, 12, 15 minutes maybe from the house. So just being out here in nature, and it's just amazing. And this is as mentioned, one of the reasons why I really love Las Vegas. People think, oh, casinos, gambling, nightlife, and sure, that just adds to it. But if you're new to the channel, you can already tell I'm a nature person, and for my subscribers who regularly see my content, you know as well that nature is important to me. And not just any nature, desert nature. Because, yes, I'm Desert Gino. I love the desert. And sorry for this angle. Otherwise, it's complete blinding. And it really messes up everything. But the trail is going to turn, so that won't be an issue. And it's nice right now because it was really windy, and I was concerned about the audio quality on that. So hopefully it works out. But last night, I was responding to some comments that I was happy to read. And I was thinking, what should the next video feature? Should it be casino related, strip related? I don't know. And I thought, why not just do something different? Go on a hike in Red Rock and see a waterfall. So I got up not too early because I wanted good lighting, but maybe I should have come out here a little earlier. That way the sun wouldn't be blasting from this angle, but just take a look at this right now. Yeah. Just beautiful. Beautiful scenery. A very nice trail. Keep in mind, this is free. You don't have to pay. It's very nice. Very nice. And I want to float out a couple ideas as well in this video. Because a lot of times when I make my content, I'm trying to think, what am I going to discuss? What am I going to talk about? Am I going to talk about desert stuff, gambling, a little about my history, my background? And really, I want to just share my life, my interests, my hobbies. Like, this is a, correct me if I'm wrong, a staghorn cholla cactus. But I have a very strong passion for the desert, obviously. But sometimes people want to hear more than just about the desert. I have a lot of interesting life stories as well, quite a few. And I hope as time progresses and I continue to make more videos like this, I can share more about myself. Because I really enjoy reading the comments as well for my regular subscribers who regularly comment. I enjoy the exchange. And I'm happy that you have an interest in the desert as well, because it is beautiful, it's fun. It's also a perfect place to exercise. If you have a mountain bike, this would be a perfect trail to take it on. There's a lot of eastern Joshua trees, so if you're a botanist or just an average plant lover, this is nice as well. But a few moments ago, I mentioned floating an idea or a few ideas. So there's a lot to discuss here in Las Vegas, from casinos, nature, the whole Area 51 thing going on, national parks, you name it. But I'm thinking about doing maybe once or twice a week, in the evening, just a live stream podcast, or a few live streams of the Las Vegas Strip or just around the area. But I'd like to do that twice. That way, you can interact. Oh, there's the sun again. And, just be in a live chat. I think that would be a little exciting. I'm going to switch the camera now, because in one of my videos, I was just in my home office at my desk, and Janet, the secret but not secret government transportation airline service that shuttles people from Harry Reid International Airport out to Area 51 and also the Tonopah Test Range and China Lake. But regardless, so these planes are very distinctive. They have just a red stripe going down the side of the aircraft. And surprisingly, my house, where I live, is right under their flight path. And they fly roughly at 13,500 feet. So I can see them fairly well. I can make out the stripe. And I think it's really interesting. But I want to do another video on that. Better quality, naturally. But my channel, as everyone knows, it's the Desert Gino channel. And it's kind of a catch-all. So, probably like, what do you mean by that, Desert Gino? Well, when I say a catch-all, if it happens in the desert, I'll cover it. Casinos, nature, you name it. So that's why I say it's a catch-all, because I could have been Casino Gino, but at the time, I didn't live in Las Vegas. I lived in the Mojave Desert. Plus, the desert has always been my passion, always has, and always will be. That's not changing anytime soon. And in my spare time, when I'm not out in the desert making videos, or wherever making videos, I enjoy reading a lot. I have a large library back at the house of completed books. I like reading a lot, and especially about the desert. No surprise there, right? But I've been reading a lot about Las Vegas as well. Good, really good books. And really, reading is a big hobby of mine as well. So for instance, I'll give you an idea of kind of how I do my day-to-day. Not that it really matters, it's just when you're on a hike, I'm taking in the nature and the surroundings, but I'm also thinking, what am I going to talk about? So we're on this reading subject, or at least I am. So I wake up every morning, I read the Wall Street Journal, have my decaf coffee, usually, and I try and exercise, go on a morning bike ride, but lately I haven't been doing that because if you see where I live, it's all hills. So you're not really getting a lot of exercise going down at all, and then coming up is just pure hell. Before I moved out to Las Vegas, I used to do 20 miles every morning, and I was trying to work down my time, and I got it to kind of where I was shooting for. I moved and just haven't been cycling as much as I'd like to. Yeah, so if you're here in Las Vegas, in the Las Vegas area, and want to cycle with Desert Gino, leave a comment, because I would like to get back into cycling. I always enjoy a early morning ride between, 10 to 15 miles, depending on the terrain. Whoa, sorry. So I think this is a nice shot. It's really nice. Yeah. We're making progress on the trail, that's for sure. All right, so I have made some progress. Take a look at the scenery behind me right now. It's nice. It's very nice. Yeah. We're doing it. And again, this is really a light hike. There's really nothing to it. So you should definitely give this trail a try. You will not be disappointed by the beauty. And I can only imagine in wintertime when it's loaded with snow, I'm going to be coming out and definitely making another video on that. If you are out here in Las Vegas and you want to go to Red Rock Canyon, definitely give this trail a try. Definitely. because it is well worth it, everybody. And it's free. You don't even have to pay to do this. You just show up and start hiking. How nice is that, right? Because the scenery is just something else. And also, I'm not sure if you have seen my most recent video featuring Needles, California. So towards the end of that video, I drove around the neighborhood, and I feel like I didn't do a great job covering that. Needles is not that big. I should have started on the east end and worked my way over to the west end. But maybe another video. But one thing I want to ask is if you enjoyed that video or you liked seeing desert communities with me just driving around and recording, I can make more of those types of videos. I would enjoy doing so, but only if there's an interest in those types. Otherwise, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to just continue to go out in the desert, hike, gamble, adventure. And I have a couple adventures I want to do. So coming up, probably in the next 2 to 3 days, I'm going solo camping out in the Mojave. I haven't necessarily decided which campsite yet I want to do. Because I have quite a few locations that I like to solo camp at. And I always tend to go back to the places I'm familiar with. But there are a few other places that I have been wanting to try. And I just haven't. But I think now is the time to try it. The weather has been nice. The evenings and nights are perfect. Absolutely perfect. It's in the mid-60s, so usually if the overnight low is 75, I'll still camp. Anything above 75, I'm not going to. The daytime high, it can be as hot as it needs to be, but it's just the overnight low. You don't want to be camping when the overnight low's like 95. It's just miserable. All right, so the trail is turning right here. But I'm camping somewhere out in the Mojave, and that's going to be its own video. I'm doing another camping trip, but I think it might be a 2 or 3-parter because this one is also very special to me. Going out to Rachel, Nevada. Really, from Las Vegas, it's not that far. It's like a 2.5-hour drive. But I want to make a lot of stops, like in Alamo. See the attempt to recreate the Stonehenge. They did that out in Alamo, Nevada. So then I'm planning on camping in Rachel, Nevada. From there, either coming back or driving out to Tonopah. I always have wanted to cover the Clown Hotel. Clown Hotel, everybody. Okay, so I have made significant progress on the hike, and take a look right now. Yes, the mountain is very, very up close. And we're continuing on the trail this way, up this way. But it's hard to believe that I'm only roughly 15 minutes away from the house, because take a look right now. Yes, so this is the trail. And you're looking at the face of the mountain. And yes, it's very, very windy right now. Kind of. Or I should say, gusty, breezy. house. It's just right out this way. But yes, there's some Mojave yuccas, cholla, and even barrel cactus right now in the distance. But anyway, continuing on, and somebody walked by me. And the trail, it's really nice. Some magnificent views. But where is this waterfall? Maybe I'm just growing a little impatient. And the scenery is beginning to change. Yes, take a look. Yeah. So progress is being made on this hike, and some elevation is being gained as well. But it's really beautiful right now. I cannot stress that enough, how beautiful it is. And yes, just a nice morning hike. And personally, I want to come out here earlier, everybody, earlier. Maybe an hour before sunrise. Yes, it is windy again. So my apologies. But there's the mountain. Yeah. Yeah, there it is. So we're doing this. I'm just eager to see this waterfall, everybody. And apparently there's multiple ones. So I have a feeling the waterfall is getting close based on the scenery right here. All right. I'm not sure if it picks up. Do you hear the whooshing? I hope so, because it's a very relaxing feeling, and it truly feels right now like the transition from summer to fall, and it is, really is. The temperatures are a lot more pleasant, and the days are getting shorter, but this time of the year I always enjoy, along with transition from spring to summer. I always get excited during that time of the year, but I also enjoy the fall. And I am excited for Thanksgiving, everybody. Halloween and Thanksgiving. But I already know what I'm doing for Thanksgiving. I'm going to a really good buffet, Thanksgiving buffet at the South Point. But I know that's jumping way ahead. And another idea I want to float out there is October. And you're like, what about it, Desert Gino? What about October? Well, find out in just a few seconds. So you're like, Desert Gino, exactly what do you mean by October themed? Well, it's like this. It's all about spooky stuff, Halloween, ghosts, whatever. So my theme that I would like to do for the month of October is going to creepy abandoned places, whether it be ghost towns, abandoned buildings or structures, just creepy places out in the Mojave Desert. I would say, maybe 2 to 3 hours outside of Las Vegas being the radius. So if you have any suggestions, if you know of any creepy places that you would like to see me go to, please leave it in the comments. I would love to read your suggestions, become aware of more places to go to and see. I know of a few great places to do some videos on, but it's only a few places. I would like more, and I plan on making a lot of videos. So anyway, you're probably saying, hey, get back to the hike. Where's the waterfalls, man? All right, I'm going to get going. But again, here's a look around at exactly where I'm at right now. So this is the progress being made on the hike. And I am really enjoying the scenery. So, yeah, moving on. But yes, those are my ideas on what I want to do for some of the upcoming videos. And I am going to be covering, as it gets very close to Halloween, what is occurring on the Las Vegas Strip, because I'm sure it is going to be very interesting, extremely interesting. And the same will apply for Christmas as well, during the holiday season. But between then and now, and also during those times, I still want to continue on with what I'm doing, hiking, going out to the desert, just doing what I enjoy and sharing it with everybody. Because if you're somewhere far away, but this is what interests you and you'd like to see the desert, I'm happy that my videos could interest you. But yeah, it's beautiful. Okay, so now I'm basically entering this canyon. Yeah, if you look behind me right now, here. Again, progress is being made, everybody. It's being made. Yeah, it's very nice. Oh. And it's starting to warm up as well. But that breeze is nice. But absolutely beautiful scenery, that's for sure. And I'm ready to see those waterfalls. I keep asking myself, exactly when are they going to appear? When? That's the question. I enjoy the desert. I enjoy learning about the area and stuff, but a lot of times when I'm out here just roaming the desert or going on a hike or whatever the video might contain, especially when I'm exercising, you kind of, for myself, I think, what am I going to discuss? And when you're exercising, your mind or your thoughts kind of slip, and that's kind of where I'm at right now. Other than discussing what is right in front of us, or in front of me, and ideas about upcoming videos or places I want to go and see, and trying to break into live streaming podcasts, if you will, just talking about a wide range of topics. And I'm thinking the title will be Talking with Desert Gino. I don't know. Something simple. scenery is definitely changing. And so far, I've only seen one person. Oh, there's some blooms. So with only one person walking by, it's been very peaceful. And I would think with the temperatures going down, being a perfect, nice, sunny day, there would be a lot more people out here than just myself and one other person. But yeah, it's very quiet, tranquil. Feels like I spent a lot of money to go on this hike, but no. Just drove about 15 minutes. And that's counting going out the garage door, down the road, and parking my car at the trailhead. 15 minutes. And then the hike, naturally, and you're in scenery like this. It's very beautiful. And the smells from all the plants and everything. Yes. So continuing on. And really, for how long? That is the question. I keep thinking that the waterfall is nearby, but I did go last night. I did a little research on this area on today's morning hike because I did want to find the waterfall. I didn't want to be in the situation that I am in right now, going, where is it? And it was only, I think, 1.2 miles in on the hike. So I can tell you that I have hiked well over a mile and 3/4 without a doubt. And I'm being kind of generous on that. I feel like it's more like 2 or so, or maybe a little bit more. The whole purpose was to encounter the waterfall. However, I think plans are starting to change, possibly. And look at the trail. It's more like a ravine. But this is a nice shot. And one would assume that the waterfall would be right there. I would think as well. I am going to continue on that way. And once I reach a certain point where I'm thinking, yeah, I screwed up, I think that's probably going to be the end of the video. But regardless, though, you're seeing some amazing backcountry here in Las Vegas. Because honestly, another one of my videos I was planning on doing was just walking out in the open desert recording. That's it. Just recording the vast open desert and like more really barren terrain. There's a certain area that I have in mind that I wanted to make the video on because I feel that the contrasts are just worthy of walking around in the open desert. It's that entertaining, and you would think, how? But the scenery is pretty cool. And I have a few other ideas as well. Kell Baker Road. I could do a whole series on Kell Baker Road. It's beautiful. Starting out from 29 Palms, encountering Amboy, and driving up through the Mojave National Preserve, past the Kelso Dunes, and I made a video of myself camping there, and it was an amazing experience. And that's what I was debating. Camping there, over out in Death Valley. But again, this is a nice view right here. Yes, it's opening up. Some wide open views. And this reminds me a lot of White Fang when you're driving on Kelbaker Road in the Mojave National Preserve. And I like that area. The reasoning being the sandy soil, just the topography of the land. There's a lot of similar cacti, like here, over there. But just that part of the Mojave Desert I really like, I really enjoy. And I also like the Colorado Desert. And you're like, Desert Gino, is that in Colorado? No. The Colorado Desert is a subcategory of the Sonoran Desert. So think of areas like Palm Desert, the Coachella Valley area, so Palm Springs, Blythe, Desert Center, Lake Havasu City, and Needles. A lot of people say, well, Needles is in the Mojave Desert. Well, it's in a transition zone between the Mojave Desert and the Colorado Desert. And the Colorado Desert is known for its very intense summers, very warm winters. Because I know I lived in the Colorado Desert for a few years, and before that, my grandparents, as mentioned in a lot of my videos, lived in Palm Desert, so spent a lot of time getting to know that type of desert. And then you have the Sonoran. I lived in the Sonoran for a few years for work, and then I moved out to western Arizona, and now I'm in the Mojave, everybody. That's right. And I think we might be actually coming up to the waterfalls, and we got some, appears to be cow droppings. And I've encountered a lot of cattle when I was camping at Hole in the Wall Campground. Yeah. Okay, everyone, I think I found it. Either that or I am extremely lost. I don't know. But, oh jeez. I'm like in a jungle right now. I have no idea where the hell I am, to be quite honest. I encountered some guy not that long ago, and I asked him. He was walking his dog on the trail we have been walking on, and I said, hey, have you encountered the waterfall yet? And he's like, I didn't know there was a waterfall. And I said, oh boy. And Jesus Christ, where the hell am I? This does not look good, man. Jeez, people, everybody. This doesn't look good, everybody. Yeah, take a... feel like I'm gonna get lost. I hear a frog. What the hell? Oh boy. I don't know. At least I have the video, so in case I do get lost, like I can kind of figure out where the hell I'm at. Because at this point, I'm in the flippin' jungle. So this hiking adventure really turned out to be more like a jungle excursion, everybody. And I think I'm going to cut it soon because, yeah, this doesn't look good. So now the video should be titled Surviving with Gino. So surviving with Desert Gino. My God. Oh boy. Here's a story. All right. Here's a story for you. I'm going to park it right here for a moment because it's story time. Because where the hell am I? All right. So this video turned out to be a lot longer than I anticipated. I thought it was going to be a really quick hike to a cool waterfall so I could show you that. Turned out that didn't happen. Instead, I don't know exactly where I'm at, but the trail is nearby somewhere, so I'm not concerned about that. It's just if there was a monsoon, I'd be screwed. This is like the exact place you do not want to be. And there's a lot of recent coyote drop-ins, but there's rocks nearby, so I'm fine. But here's the story, everybody. I decided one day when I was living in Orange County, hey, let's go hiking out in the Mojave National Preserve. So I drove out to the Kelso Dunes, and I really enjoyed the area. And I thought, this is really interesting. So I went back to Orange County, and I thought, hey, let's go camping out there. But I wanted to be kind of minimal, you know. I used to watch as a kid, who was that guy? Les Stroud, Survivor Man. And I always kind of wanted to do that. To some extent. I would still bring my food and stuff. I wouldn't go like all in like he did. But the whole point was, anyway, I'm out there kind of in a situation like this, but it worked out to be kind of fun. But yeah. So anyway, I'm going to continue on a little bit. At this point, I don't think we will encounter the waterfall. Jesus. Oh. This way, I think. Oh, shit. This is how people get lost. Fuck. All right. Not to worry. I think it was this way. Yeah. See, this is what makes me think this is the trail to the waterfall. Because it looks like somebody purposely put these rocks here. Like this is how it goes for some reason. Maybe, but it doesn't seem right. This does not seem right. But maybe it is. I don't see how this possibly could be the trail. No, this isn't the trail. Oh, but actually, maybe it is. You know, okay, so this is going on a lot longer than I wanted, but, oh, is that poison oak? No. I don't know, I need to look into plants, because if that touched my face, I'm not going to be a happy person. I've never encountered it. My father, I remember, he owned quite a bit of land, and on the land there was poison oak. And he would always discuss how he would go up there, and it would get him, and he'd come back not happy. But yeah, he owned a lot of land. Anyway, So for all of you thinking, oh, you're a fool, Desert Gino, this is where the trail goes. I went the right way. It's crazy. I went the right way, so it leads you into this jungle. All right? But I don't know exactly where it leads to. And I thought I heard the waterfall. I thought I heard water, and I probably did, because there's a lot of vegetation right here. But this is the trail. Leads you down into here, where it just came from. Initially it made sense, but then and okay, there's a trail marker right there. So it does. You see the trail marker? Okay, let's do this again. Let's do this again. The trail marker goes that way. We're right here at the base. This is the trail, as you can see. Okay, so the nature keeps getting more and more dense. And it's really beautiful. I'm enjoying myself out here, but I am going to be ending the video because I am way out here. I might continue on just a little bit, but the video definitely ran a lot longer than I anticipated. I keep getting deeper and deeper into the wilderness. The trail at times is a little confusing, but yes, I keep getting deeper and deeper with some promising signs of water nearby naturally, because look at all the vegetation. And I looked at this trail. I know it goes on for a long ways. And the waterfall, I went on Google and everyone was saying, oh, wow, you know, it's so nice. It was only a mile in. I was not anticipating a really long video, nor going on this long of a walk or hike. And you know, here I am. I am a ways away from my car, that's for sure, because while I was making this video, naturally I'm not recording the entire time. I stop, walk away, start up, and so on and so forth. I have probably gone, I would say about 5 miles at this point. And half of me is enjoying it. Otherwise, I wouldn't keep going. But again, look where I'm at. It's just myself. If I was like afraid of Bigfoot, then this would be hell. I encountered him in Jean, Nevada. Yeah, Bigfoot. But I guess the video title should be at this point, Getting Lost with Desert Gino in the Spring Mountains. Even though it's very nice, everyone has been able to see some unique terrain. But I'm gonna take a pause right here for a second. Yeah. The mountains are towering right now. The video does not do justice, but you get the idea. Yeah. I'm way out here, everybody. But I like it. This is the stuff I enjoy doing. My hobbies and my passions. So, yeah, here we are, way out here. And for some reason, I I just feel like everything the greenery, that there should be some water nearby. There's all these pine cones too. And I keep saying, I'm going to go a little bit further. How many times have you heard me say that? And I have gone more than just a little. I'm hoping at this point that this thing does a full loop all the way back to the car, because I kind of feel like it will. Wait a minute. I think it does. Otherwise, oh my gosh, what a walk. Now there's a little pine tree, a little small one. Oh, fresh cattle droppings. Where's the cows, everybody? Where's the cows? Huh. Okay, just a little farther, because I have a thought. Maybe the guy I spoke to, okay? There's two theories. Either A, I screwed up, which is the most likely one, because there might have been a cutoff, and I think I know where the cutoff was, and that was basically the very beginning of this hike. I know the area, and that's probably the most likely one. Option 2 is that it's just right over this. Wow, it is windy. Wow. Jeez, that gust of wind. Okay. So, I'm going to go over this. If it's not there, or if this trail doesn't lead over there, I'm ending it. Oh, geez. Doesn't go over there. Okay. I'm heading back. I have gone quite a ways. Take a look. Yes. So we didn't encounter the waterfall, everyone. I am sorry, but that will be another video. And I am going to do some research onto exactly what went wrong. Because from what I read, it was you cannot miss this. But it wasn't on the main trail. It deviated, but people were saying, oh, you can hear it. Well, maybe it's dry. I thought with all this greenery, it would make sense that it'd be around this area. And the trail, it does not continue up this way. Or I should say that way. Maybe there's a different one. But I don't want to keep continuing on the direction I'm going, because maybe it does lead back to the main road. I'm sure it does. But from here in the main road, I don't know exactly how it winds. I can see it from here. So that's not really a problem. But yeah. Anyway, everybody, this was a fun morning hike. I hope you enjoyed this video, the hike, the scenery, my rambling, some of my thoughts on what I would like to do with some of my content as well, such as the month of October covering spooky places, weekly live streams. That way you can participate in the chats if you choose to and interact. Covering unique desert locations, maybe going on a few walks out in the open desert, and you can't get lost that way. It's nice. Um, making another video on Janet, the aircraft that fly out of Harry Reid. So there's a lot of stuff on the horizon that I'm going to be doing, and I look forward to making those videos and experiencing those adventures, because it is very beautiful, everyone, here in the desert. So be sure to subscribe, turn the notification on for my channel. That way, when I release videos, you'll be the first to know of the video being released, as well as when I do decide to go live as well, because I do enjoy doing live videos and having a real-time exchange as well. I have a lot of additional videos I plan on making covering a wide variety of Las Vegas content. So thank you again for coming along. Bye.